Greetings from paradise. Welcome to the Enjoy the Journey Luxury Travel Show, live from the beautiful Florida Keys. A special welcome to our live streaming viewers and podcast partners, listeners around the world. I'm your host, David Hartman, owner of Fantastic Endeavors Travel Agency. I'm the travel agent that always asks two questions of my clients. What is your bucket list trip, and where do you wish you were right now? I bet you wish you were here with me in the Florida Keys, or how about at a Walt Disney World Disney Vacation Club resort? That is the theme of today's show. As always, please like today's show and share it, because that really helps out our social media. Subscribe to our Fantastic Endeavors YouTube channel, which really does help. I'm going to show you a slide here of all of our, give you some instructions here. This makes it easy. And also, we are on podcast, Enjoy the Journey Luxury Travel Show, if you search podcast networks. And all our shows are listed on, let me get the whole list here of our different social media. All of our shows are listed on the Enjoy the Journey playlist of our YouTube channel, so check that out. Thank you for being here today. Happy Sunday afternoon. We have a fantastic show to talk to you about. A lot of things. We're going to talk about Disney Vacation Club Resorts, the history of Disney Vacation Club Resorts. And that means also we're going to showcase the top villas you could see, because when you talk about history, you cannot talk about the top place to stay when you talk about Disney Vacation Club. What is Disney Vacation Club? We're going to cover all that. We're going to cover the history of it, going to cover the top resorts, going to cover my favorite resorts. And halfway through the show, we're going to bring on Skip Shear, my partner and travel agent now, and also big Disney aficionado, because he's now looking seriously at investing in the Disney Vacation Club program. Going to get his feedback on why he is very high on these types of properties. So as far as today's show goes, we're going to talk about first the history, then I'm going to show you 4 different villa tours. Let me get that slide out. There we go. 4 different villa tours. And these are the Mac Daddy villas. I will preview each one. We're going from the cheapest 3-bedroom to the most lush villa there is. I have beautiful exclusive tours for you guys. Stay tuned for that. And then we're going to talk about my favorite places to stay, and then answer some questions I've already received in the chat and from my preparation show I did yesterday for our community. And then we're going to talk about next week's show, which is live from the first Vacation Club Resort, Old Key West Resort. So it's going to be a great show. Stay tuned. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. We already got Sherry Spires Langston on in the chat. Sherry, you're awesome. And she's even in the right feed. So Sherry, the question you had yesterday, hold off right now. Hold off till a little later on in the show. That's fantastic. All right. So first off, I do want to tell you that this show, the show I do, is brought to you by, the Enjoy the Journey Luxury Travel Show is brought to you by Fantastic Endeavors Travel Agency, of which I'm an owner. And I started this show to showcase destinations and to showcase my business. And so I do appreciate you, if you like the show and also think of me about using me for Disney and any other vacation you do. I am a full service travel agency, and it goes beyond just me. I have Sue Mooney from Maine, who's been texting me all day about some hotel things, and she's on listening, and Skip Shear, who's coming on as a guest. I do have a growing agency that we have a lot of people supporting, so keep us in mind for your travel. We are also sponsored by Atlas Ocean Voyages, a new luxe expedition cruise line launching in July 2021. I am going on their November 28th amazing Antarctic Ocean Voyages solar eclipse cruise to Antarctica. I already have Everett McCaskey's family signed up and some other people interested. Have exclusive rates for that voyage, so keep that in mind. And with that, we have a quick little ad we're going to show for 30 seconds, and we'll be right back. And just keep that in mind that here's a cruise line that wasn't affected by COVID because they didn't launch yet, and they're launching in July. So they're all set to go. They're not affected by, a lot of cruise lines are selling ships or bad things happening. These guys have it going on, and they are truly an all-inclusive product. So stay tuned. We'll be right back after this ad. Atlas Ocean Voyages offers smaller ships designed for luxe expeditions that extend the reach of adventure travel by sea, with their first ship launching in July 2021. Venture to small villages and remote locations, from the desert city of Petra to the frozen tundra of Antarctica. To experience Atlas Ocean Voyages, call David Hartman, 305-453-9208, Dave at bucketwishtrip.com. Hey, and we're back live. So Atlas Ocean Voyages, great sponsor. They've had 4 different of the sales executives on the show, all the way up to the president, Alberto Albarte, and all the way down to my friend, Kathy Consuma. It's been a great time having them as a sponsor. So, but today is all about Disney Vacation Club, the history of Disney Vacation Club. Now, why is that important? Because I'll kind of set up this show and lead into other shows. This is the 50th anniversary of Walt Disney World, which is a big thing if you live in Florida. They have impacted Central Florida and the entire environment around us. And since 1971, when they opened, until today, they employ 75,000 people in the Orlando area, even more worldwide with their whole Disney footprint. And it's just a product I love to sell, and it's also a place I love to hang out at. And I own in their Vacation Club program, which I'll talk about in a second. So this show is the precursor. This is the 30th anniversary of the Vacation Club program in their resorts. And that's leading up to a year-long celebration, including my show and feature showcases about the 50th anniversary. And this will be one in a number of shows focusing on Vacation Club resorts. Why? Because they're the top properties you can stay at. These are the best places with full kitchens, the best amenities. And also, if you want to be an owner in the program, it also allows you to stay there for a discount savings over time. And I am an owner of 2 different resorts there I'll talk about in a second, and I'm a very proud owner, and I appreciate that. So, 30th anniversary Disney Vacation Club Resorts. Next week, we're at Old Key West Resort at 5 o'clock, Super Bowl Sunday. Before you watch the game, we'll have the show first. Keep that in mind, and we're going to do it, and then we're going to head on down to Disney Springs and watch the second half of the game, and hopefully Tom Brady goes on for his 7th Super Bowl victory. We shall see. So, but first, I want to give you guys a history of Vacation Club. Hey, Mom's on. Hey, Mom. Randy Myers. Appreciate Randy Myers. Hello from Cherokee, North Carolina. People already appearing in the chat. That is fantastic. All right, so I'm going to show you a slide here. I'm going to go through. I want to do it this way, kind of go give you a history of the resorts. Then I'll talk about what is the program, because the resorts do stand alone, because you don't have to be a Vacation Club member to be a guest at their resorts. You can buy it at retail from a traveler like myself or direct from Disney Travel Company. But it's very important to know how the program started, how it came about, and where we are today. And that's why I'm here today to cover you. For those of you that are semi-Disney fans, stay tuned, because I'm going to showcase some of the best places you ever can stay at anywhere. One of these tours I'll show you is the best combination I've ever seen anywhere in North America, and that is on Walt Disney World property. Some of their villas are unbelievable. They have a high price point, but man, they are beautiful. So I'm giving you education about this. I'm not selling you a membership today. I don't get anything if you do buy a membership. I don't sell it for my travel agency. I'm here focusing on Vacation Club because it's part of our 50th anniversary of Walt Disney World, 30th anniversary of Vacation Club. And because it showcases products I can sell through my travel agency, a little bit of plug there, is the top villa properties, the biggest properties, full kitchens, long-term stays at Walt Disney World and other locations too, which you should see. So let's start with the history, where this all began. Let's show you a listing of the resorts. By the way, I do have the feed going. Oh, and I do have trivia. Trivia. I will do trivia, a warm-up question after this slide, and then a big question coming later, and if time, a second question. $25 Disney gift card for the real question, not the warm-up question. And, oh wow, Christine Landano. Where were you in CMS? Bob Hershey, welcome. Let me give a few shout-outs before I turn to this feed. Let me get the slide going first. Let you guys absorb the slide, and then I'll say some shout-outs. So this is the history of Walt Disney World Vacation Club Resorts. It is very precise, up to date. Hey, Doug Ellis, how's it going? Christina, hello. Lou Sheehan, how's it going, buddy? Hey, Mom, Mom's on. It's a good show when Mom's on. Laney, Thomas Recco, we got a good turnout today. Steve Bowles. Janice Spivak, she's all here. She's ready for the trivia. All right, let me get this going here. All right, so with our history, I think I got all the shout-outs. Guys, stay on, because the trivia today, I made it clear, since I'm giving away a monetary prize that my travel agency is sponsoring, that you have to be on the show to win, because I know someone's going to win it during the show. Sherry Byers Langston, one of my diehards, yay, trivia. So again, during this slide, I'm going to give a warm-up question, Then as we get into my video tours, I will ask a very detailed question. I have it right here in front of me. And then if time, I have a second ridiculously detailed question. So hope you all did your research. I did advertise this trivia today. All right, so check out this slide. We actually made this slide. It's hard to find this. Even on Wikipedia, it's not clear. But this is pretty right on. We researched in depth. And let me talk about a few things. So let's go backwards a little bit. Let me go back to me a little bit. Hey, I'm back. So let me kind of warm up this slide. Walt Disney World was created by the Walt Disney Company, but in partnership with a couple of brothers called the Bass Brothers from Texas. And this is, again, leading up to this 50th anniversary. The Bass Brothers were real estate investors, and they were big on developing land. So the big reason they invested in 25,000 acres, and these guys helped up the ante of secretly buying this real estate, which is a topic of a whole nother show, is that they wanted to develop the land, the 27,000 acres they bought between the late 60s and really they announced it in 66 they announced it. From 63 to 66 they bought all the land, which is now where Walt Disney World sits. And part of that was developing real estate they could monetize. So the Vacation Club program was partly inspired by the Bass Brothers deal to say, hey, you promised to develop the real estate, how are we going to do that? And as Disney realized their best clients were the people that were staying there the longest, said, how about a timeshare program? Timeshares were already out there. So what is a timeshare? Let's go back to the roots of this whole program. A timeshare is where you pay a set amount for a fixed week or a movable week of time for a permanent vacation, usually a 25 to 50 year lease. So it depends on the program. Usually has to do with an amount of money. You have to do with your color, red time, blue time. My mom owned a red time condo at Block Island that she used all over the world. She used it for me in Nassau once. So that's a timeshare. It's a paid vacation. The best ones were deeded and tied to a property. Other ones were loosely more corrupt, were not deeded, and they were just like a voucher program. So the Disney program is a true timeshare program. So Disney decided after their resorts are exploding, and the famous CEO Michael Eisner really built Walt Disney World from what it was, two resorts when they opened, Crown Polynesian and Contemporary. He decides that we need to keep people on campus. People were staying in cheap hotels in Kissimmee that are still there, by the way. And he started to build out the Grand Floridian, Caribbean Beach Resort, all these big resorts, Port Orleans Resort, Riverside, and French Quarter. And then they came up with the idea in 1991 of doing their own timeshare program based on a flexible point system. And the first resort that opened was Old Key West Resort. With that, I'll go back to the slide. Okay. So this all started in 1991. I can't find a date on the exact time they sold their first contracts. It was like $39 a point, as it was a point system. And you were vested into a lease from 1991 to 2042. And Old Key West was the first resort. It is a big, sprawling resort on the corner of Lake Vista Boulevard and Bonnet Creek Boulevard. And that is basically right near downtown Disney Springs area, if you know Orlando, if you know the Walt Disney World Resort area. And it's hidden. Like, you can't see it unless you're in the property. I'm staying there next week. Stay tuned for a full tour. A golf course runs entirely through the property. It is so much real estate. So Disney took part of their 27,000 acres and developed this in this timeshare program. And I have a trivia question coming up, so stay tuned about the name of that resort. So it's modeled after Key West, and there's all these great stories about it. It is Conch Flats, it's called. I'm not wanting to give away too much, but that was the first one. And it sold really, really well. And then they opened December 20th, 1991. So the 30th anniversary is upcoming. And then they realized after selling so well, we need to give our people somewhere else to go. And then 1995, 96 was Vero Beach Resort and Hilton Head Resort. And the program really picked up steam. Disney is all about monetizing a very hot product. And Vacation Club in the early 90s was very hot. The economy was doing not so good. It didn't matter. This thing was recession-proof, honestly, until COVID. COVID was the first thing that ever slowed the Disney Vacation Club down. Again, it is a timeshare program, a membership program, where you invest a certain amount of points with a home resort. In 1991, there was only one resort, and that was Old Key West. So with this program, you could use your points at this resort and then soon to be other resorts. So they decided to give their people the opportunity to stay elsewhere on the beach in Central Florida, Vero Beach Resort. Check out my show. Actually, let me show that while I'm here. Let me show that. So these are the shows I did from Vacation Club Resorts since I started the travel show. And I was on Vero Beach Resort on November 15th. Check that out. That is on my YouTube channel, the Enjoy the Journey playlist in Fantastic Endeavors channel. Please subscribe to that and like the videos as you watch them. Let me get back to the main slide. So I'm gonna leave that slide up for a little bit. So check that out. So they decided to open 2 resorts, Vero Beach and Hilton Head Island. And Bonnie, our producer, was just there, loved it, fantastic. They actually own their own little island in a salt marsh, and they have beach access. I can't wait to go there myself. And they decided to make things available outside of Walt Disney World. And then when that happened, they also realized they need to have resorts closer to theme parks, walking distance to theme parks. In 1990, Beach Club and Yacht Club Resort opened with a back entrance to Epcot. So they said, well, that'd be great. There's a plot of land across the way, across Crescent Lagoon, and they opened up Boardwalk Villas in 1996, same year as Hilton Head. So you can see the progression in the slide here. Let me go back to that slide. Oh yeah, and the slide I'm showing now is, keep in mind that you can find these on my YouTube channel. I did a show from Riviera Beach, November 29th, awesome show. I toured every villa by video, every villa type. And then Vero Beach Resort, that was a tour. We filmed everything and then broadcast from a brew pub in Melbourne, Florida. And then July 13th from Kidani Village and July 22nd from Boardwalk Villas, or on-site things I did. And Old Key West coming up next weekend. So I'm gonna go back to this slide here. So you can see the progression in the early 90s. So I'm giving you the idea of how the resorts were built to give you an idea of what's available now at Walt Disney World. And funny thing happened, and here's the first trivia question. What was the original name of Old Key West Resort when it opened? It had an Old Key West theme, but what was the original name? I want to see who answers first. I'm waiting in the chat on different levels. And by the way, I have some questions from yesterday. Leslie Wiseman gave me a great question. I will put that into the chat very soon. Let me actually get the chat going here. I must show this. So I have the chat box working. Hey, chat box. Love the chat box. Sherry By's saying, yay, trivia. Come on. This is a warm-up question, no prize. What was the original name of Old Key West Resort when it opened? It changed for obvious reasons in 95, 96 when they opened up 3 more resorts in 2 years. Gotta love Disney. When they're onto something, they just build like crazy. Ooh, nailed it. Sherry's Byers Langston on fire. She was on, I did a show prep yesterday for my Disney's community, so those people got to cheat a little bit. So, and by the way, those in that community have a head start. Sherry, you're all over it. That is the correct warm-up trivia success. That is awesome. I'll leave it up for a little bit longer, but let me get back to that slide. So that is correct. That was the name of the program. They sold deeded. The key is deeded, okay? If you look at timeshares, the best kinds are deeded. Disney did it the right way. They also, I believe, were the first ones to have a point system. So if you bought in 1991, and we have a friend down here named Brittany, her parents owned there and paid like $39 a point. And they had great benefits like free passes, free annual passes and things. And then you have these point system you can use at this resort, or they had a concierge collection using RCI or outside there. And then they built other resorts you can use the points at. So your points are good at any Walt Disney World resort if you buy it direct from Disney, but your home resort gives you priority of when to book. And that's a huge advantage. Because all these villas I list here on this list I'm bringing up right now, you can book through Walt Disney World Travel Company or Travel Agent myself, who represents Disney Travel Company. But we can only book about 7 months out. That's their opening window. 11 months out is if you're an owner. So anyone who owns the Old Key West can book 11 months out when full availability is there. Like, 3-bedroom Grand Villa, they're amazing, but there's so few of them, they go pretty fast, even though they're expensive. Anyway, Sherry's Byers, that's our warm-up question. Yes, the original and I'll show you why now. The original resort, Old Key West, was named Disney Vacation Club, named after their program. It sold so well. 4 years later, they opened up Vero Beach Resort on the East Coast, the Treasure Coast of Florida. Check out my show from November 14th, I believe. And then Hilton Head Resort followed, in Boardwalk Villas. Boardwalk Villas, they already had the property built to walk into Epcot. They said, why not? You can walk to 2 theme parks or take a boat to studios. So they now begin to realize that, hey, we need to put our properties near the theme parks. And then as it went down, Boardwalk Villas opened up in 2000. It was called, Wilderness Lodge Villas opened up in 2000. That came through as that name then changed later to Boulder Creek. I'll tell you why in a second. And then on down the line, Beach Club Villas, again, close to theme parks, close to Epcot, close to Hollywood Studios. Saratoga Springs Resort opened up. I have a question and trivia, maybe based on that, we'll see. And then Animal Kingdom Lodge came in 2007. These were existing resorts. So now we're getting to an existing resort trend. Beach Club is an existing resort. Saratoga Springs was a repurpose of an older resort. And then Bay Lake Tower, Villas of Grand Floridian, those were all resorts that existed already, and then Disney built a tower or a wing off of that were long-term stays. So what does that mean? That means you have a studio with a kitchenette, or a 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom grand villa, a regular villa with a full kitchen. So they're made for long-term stays, and their whole moniker is welcome home. So that's the thing, is like when you go there, you were there for a long-term stay. Then in 2011, they went off the chain. They said, hey, we're going to build in Hawaii. In Ko Olina, this master plan community of these nice little coves in Oahu Island, just near Honolulu, west of Honolulu, is Aulani Resort. Stands for Hawaiian for family. And that resort, I heard, is their best resort of all of them. I've not been yet. My points are good there, so if you buy into their program, you can stay there. Or they also have a lot of rooms available for retail sales too. So what's nice is I'm not talking about an exclusive program you can't book into. You can contact me and I can book all these resorts. They're just a very high price point. I use my points because I pre-invested in the program. It's a good word for it. But you can book here depending on, could be $300, $350 a night for a studio, up to $2,500 a night for a 3-bedroom grand villa. You know, time of year dependent. Disney promotions for Florida residents and pass holders sometimes apply. But keep in mind that these are available. And then on with the trend in 15, 17 to build on existing properties, existing deluxe resorts. Disney has value, moderate, deluxe resorts. Deluxe are the nicest properties, usually close to theme parks. Animal Kingdom Lodge is the exception because it's the most amazing lodge you'll ever see. It's just ridiculous. It's a zoo. So they started to sister their vacation club properties next to these deluxe resorts. And that's kind of how the mode went. Then Riviera broke that trend in 2019. That's where our producer Bonnie Barnes is a home resort, and her and her daughter own there. It's a phenomenal place. And that's a standalone building adjacent to Caribbean Beach Resort, but that is their first standalone building in a number of years since I won't say which, could be a trivia question. So they kind of had a trend going there, but the idea is, why is this program growing? Why are they adding more and more resorts? Because it's popular and it sells, and these resorts sell out. When they open them, they have millions of points to sell, and they sell out. I bought in to Polynesian Resort. This is my story. Let me go back to my feed a little bit. And by the way, let me make an appropriate backdrop. I'm at Old Key West Resort. Woohoo! All right, so here is the original. This is the boat dock at Old Key West, Conch Flats. Conch Flats is a section of Old Key West, fictional, that Disney created. And this boat dock takes you to Disney Springs or downtown Disney, you old school people. And this is where it all happens. Olivia's Restaurant is here, Gurgling Suitcase, the bar is here, the pool is here. And if you stay at Old Key West Resort, this is where you want to hang out, called the Hospitality House. So this will be my backdrop for most of the show. Hope you enjoy it. It matches my Disney themed Vacation Club shirt. Thank you very much. So the idea is that Disney's top properties were by theme parks and they wanted to put the timeshare program as a crew. So I heard about it, didn't know what it was. You see a kiosk in a theme park, and my story is pretty relevant to how the program works. I was already a travel agent selling Disney. I was planning our family trip for my dad's 70th birthday in 2015, and I walked by a kiosk going, oh, you know what? I keep seeing you guys, but set me an appointment. And if you are interested in the program, you can call me for some advice, but really you need to go through, there's a sales process. In the sales process, they sit you down, it's low key. I've been through other timeshare sales that are high pressure. It's not like that. It's not one call close. Literally, I was calling the guy more than he was calling me before I signed up. And they outline the program. They say, first thing, this may not be for you. You have the vacation here at least once every 3 years to make sense. It's a membership program, and it does have perks. And I do have a question from Leslie Wiseman I'll put in the chat pretty soon. Before I do my villa tours. That talks about the perks, a great question. And by the way, guys, as always, as we're talking about Vacation Club, please put a question in the chat. We got a couple different chats going on, and then anyone that puts a good question, I'll put up in the main chat to show here that we'll showcase and talk about. So I looked into this program and I was totally sold. I said, the way he explained it, the way it made sense, is like, hey, you're investing up front to stay in our top properties. Polynesian was a resort they were selling. All the resorts were sold out. Technically, you can buy a wait list at some other resort, but I just wanted to get in. And I own a Polynesian. In 2015, I have a certain number of points. That gives me a certain number of stays per year, depending on the time of the year, depending on the resort. There's a point system that varies, just like rates vary. And that's a whole nother show. I'm not getting into that. So it is a membership program, but I want to showcase it as part of Walt Disney World because it is their marquee properties. It is the place you want to stay if you want to stay in the best of the best. So Dave, I want to stay in the best property in Walt Disney World. What's best for my family? Vacation Club Villas. They're available for retail sales too, not just for membership bond points. And I've stayed in every resort here. Every resort in this list, I've stayed on Walt Disney World property and Vero Beach Resort. I need to get to Hilton Head. My producer Bonnie's been there, just was there. And I need to get to Iolani, and then Villas of Grand Floridian, Grand Californian. Oh, this is the old slide. We have a new slide that this is corrected. I don't know what happened to it. So the Villas of Grand California is open in 2013. That is actually at Disneyland Resort. So that one is very hard to get into because you have to own there. Ownership gives you privileges and gets you priority in booking. And that's why, where do you buy? If you're a member, you buy at where you want to stay. So I own at Polynesian Resort, and then all of a sudden Copper Creek opened at Wilderness Lodge. They built these amazing cabins on Bay Lake. I was already staying in the cabins at Fort Wilderness. I'm sure you've seen my shows from there. Check those out on my YouTube channel, Fantastic Endeavors. And I said, now we got deluxe cabins. I said, I need to own there to get priority at those cabins because maybe they'll probably be hard to get. And it's a very small footprint as far as number of units. So I decided to buy into also Copper Creek. So I have two contracts, two different memberships. And what that does is give me more points to use at different resorts. And also it gives me the ability to get priority at Polynesian for that points I have there, and they have those amazing Bora Bora bungalows I'll show you in a second on my tours. And they also have the Cascade Cabins and Wilderness Lodge. There I can have priority booking. So that's one perk of that. Before I move on to the tours, I do want to talk about a question from Leslie Wiseman. Hold on one second here. Let's see. I did a preparation show yesterday. And Leslie Wiseman, my buddy, my Disney buddy, had an amazing question. Let's see if this works. Ooh. That didn't work. There we go. Okay, so this may got cut off a little bit, but her question was, what perks other than hotel reservations and those that pass holder get do Vacation Club members get? So this is, no, I'm going to do this question, then I'm going to lead into the tours of the different villas. And I have some video tours lined up for you. Then Skip Shearer is going to come on. Skip, if you're listening, we're going to bring you on a little later on in the show. So Leslie Wiseman, thank you for the question during my preparation show yesterday. This is good. The first off, the main perk you get if you're out of state Florida is that by owning Vacation Club, you get the same choices of Florida resident annual passes. If you're not a Florida resident, there's one annual pass, and it's the premium pass. That's no choices. Here we have silver, we have gold, we have platinum, platinum plus. There, out of state, you have just the regular one pass. If you're Vacation Club, you can buy a gold pass, which is blackout dates for a little less. That's the main perk. The other perk is they have discounts the same as annual pass holders without being a pass holder, although all Vacation Club members are pass holders. But they have additional discounts too that you don't get. Third thing is access to Top of the World Lounge, this amazing bar on top of Bay Lake Tower, which is the Vacation Club resort in Walt Disney World Magic Kingdom, part of Contemporary Resort, overlooks Magic Kingdom. I've been up there numerous times. It's been closed since COVID, but it's going to be reopening soon, hopefully in the middle of this year. And you have access to that anytime you're staying on property, not just in a Vacation Club property. As long as you're staying in a Walt Disney World resort, you're using the charging privileges, you can access that lounge. And to me, it's phenomenal. I mean, you pay for stuff once you're there, but it is unbelievable. The other thing too is the parties they've had of late. We've had a Christmas party every year, and they phased that out because these Moonlight Magics. They started doing these Moonlight Magic parties where you have free reign of a theme park all night, and with food and character greetings and meeting the executives. And we did one at Animal Kingdom last year before COVID shut down. One year in 19, I did all of them. I did every resort, every theme park, and they had one every theme park. They're hard to get into even as a member, but I can bring guests. So those are a big perk that not even pass holders get. So Leslie, great question, appreciate that. And then the main thing you get is priority of booking. You are ahead of the game. Yes, every single resort, including Old Key West right here, has inventory available through Disney Travel Company, through travel agents or direct on DisneyWorld.com, available to book, but it's limited. I have unlimited as long as it's available, especially 11 months out. Polynesian and Wilderness Lodge, Copper Creek, come 11 months out of the date I want to reserve, it's pretty wide open. It's pretty wide open. So that's a big, big perk. And for things, okay, no big deal if you're September or January, but for Christmas week, it's huge. They're now, by the way, in this program, you can buy a fixed week if you're really into timeshares, where you own that 1 week, and people go in and buy Christmas week and they own that 1 week. They're selling marathon weeks. The Disney marathons are so big, they're selling marathon weeks. So anyways, so as I go through, let me pull up this slide again, which apologize, Bonnie corrected the slide today and somehow the new one didn't get loaded right. My streaming software sometimes defaults to an old file. But the key is here is that I'm going to show off some resorts on this list on Walt Disney World property. Please note that Vero Beach Resort, Hilton Head Resort, Iolani, and Grand California open 2013 are not on this property. They're not in Walt Disney World. And I'm now going to show you some video tours, because you cannot understand the history of Disney Vacation Club without actually seeing the product, because that's why you get into it. That's why you book these resorts, and that's why we're doing the show today. I will warn you, the first tour is of a treehouse villa. This is the most affordable 3-bedroom on campus, Disney World campus. We did this back in September. My buddy Skip Shear was waiting patiently to come on the show after these tours. And I will tell you right now, the audio sucks. I had a mic issue. The mic wasn't plugged in, my new lav mics. And Bonnie did a great job of producing this video and upping the mic. So listen real close, but just enjoy the tour. And then I have 3 other tours I'm going to show. We're going to show you the best properties of Vacation Club. We cannot understand the history of this program without understanding the resorts themselves. So check this out. The first one we're going to do is Treehouse Villas, part of Saratoga Springs. These were like tree forts. They were a separate product that my uncle stayed at in 1992 for his 30th wedding anniversary. Took his whole family, immediate family, not me, unfortunately. And then they redid them. They put them in the Vacation Club program back in 2004 when Saratoga Springs opened. And now they're part of Vacation Club, and they are awesome. 60 villas in one campus. And this is the most affordable 3-bedroom you can get on Disney campus. Check it out right now and listen closely. Good afternoon from Walt Disney World. David Hartman, owner of Fantastic Endeavors Traveling, here with Skip Shear.
Hello, everybody. Give me a hand. We got hands.
We want to give you a brief tour Treehouse Villas at Saratoga Springs Resort. A wonderful place. It's actually been here over about 35 years. My uncle stayed in one of these for his 30th anniversary a long time ago. And they've redone them. They've all been updated. It's the most affordable three-bedroom on campus in this beautiful woodsy environment. We're on the deck of our villa that we stayed in the past 3 nights, unit 7027. And we're going to head in and kind of show you what's going on. You got a canal view. And we're very close to the walkway to Saratoga Springs and the walkway over to the bridge to Old Key West and Disney Springs. And we're going to head inside and show you our unit. This is the living room. This is a 3-bedroom unit, part of Vacation Club, but also available through the Disney Travel Company. That means myself, a Disney travel agent, can help you.
This is great for families, entertaining. What I like about it is you can come here, get some groceries, and you don't have to leave the compound.
Full kitchen, dishwasher, oven, microwave, full fridge. And again, these are Disney Vacation Club. I'm sitting here on points, and currently I found great deals on Disney to offer 40% off for people looking to drive and stay this fall. It is right now, the filming of this episode is mid-September, September 23rd. We're going to post this on Facebook when we're done. But anytime you can reach me at 305-453-9208 or dave@davesdisney.com or message me when you watch us on Facebook and I can help you book this event. We're going to show you the rest of it. First, we'll show you the master bedroom. Love the decor, love the detail. I'm a tall guy. I love the vaulted ceilings. And again, these are older units. They used to be a bedroom downstairs 20 years ago. They've been completely redone, refurbished. They had a lot of hurricane damage from Katrina and all those Francis and Jean. 2004, they've been completely redone. They're absolutely beautiful.
You can sit here in the kitchen and just overlook the canal. Folks going by.
Very spacious. Again, I can't say enough about the decor, the woodwork, very warm. Every view is private because of the woodsy feel. And I'll let our camera person kind of go ahead and show you the master bath. Very unique bathroom, the shower before the bathtub. This is the main bathroom. Got a private water closet, beautiful tub, jacuzzi, and the shower before the tub. Pretty unique. And as we walk back through the living room, we'll show you the other 2 bedrooms.
Dave, I love the fact there's so many sealed pages.
Nice piece. I hope away from home.
When you're having a day at the parks, you guys are all overheated, come back to a nice, cool, and comfy treehouse villa like this. It's nice.
So we're at Treehouse Villas in Disney Saratoga Springs. It's actually adjacent to the resort. Again, where is it? You get here from Disney Vacation Club Drive just past Old Key West. So we're not too far from the Epcot Highway. So we're in that part of the world. They have a boat transport to Disney Springs during this time in COVID era. It's not currently running, but normally there's a boat dock not too far from here. We'll some filming from later. And you can walk to Disney Springs, although right now with temperature checks, they have to walk to Orange Garage. And it's right on campus. This is a Disney property. And also the most affordable 3-bedroom villas on the campus. And we'll show you the next 2 bedrooms. And it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. I'm going to show you the guest bath with the 2-bedroom share. And again, as you see the video, check out the views in all the windows. They are fantastic. Very woodsy. Each bedroom has a full-size flat screen TV. This is bunk beds. Obviously, it's the kids' room. I will say, when you do book this, watch for adults because this is not the biggest bunk bed I've seen on Disney campus. They have a pack and play in the closets in this bedroom, and then a full queen bedroom, second bedroom. Maybe full bedroom, not full queen. Everyone has their own dresser, plenty of storage, very open feel. To me, it's a very, very homey environment. And these are Disney's Treehouse Villas, part of the Vacation Club program, long-term stays. But right now, I've seen rates as low as about $700 a night, and it sleeps 9 people. There is a pull-out, we'll show you the living room, and a pull-out chair, pull-out sofa and chair. With 2 in each bedroom for 6 and 7, 8, 9 living room.
Yeah, straight to the washer and dryer right there. Well, this has always been a dream of mine to stay at the tree houses. Especially, the old 1970s brochures of Disney World would show people kayaking out here and just how exciting it is. And it's great for an entire family. I love it.
So I was just standing in the kitchen. We're not in the full living room. That I'm 6'4", how big these ceilings are. It's been a great experience. Skip here is going to be joining my agency pretty soon, so he came to talk some Disney business this week. We are true Disney fans, but this was our first time both staying here.
Yeah, this has been a dream come true. And I love the fact that they have a grill out back. And they even have utensils for the grill right there, so you can cook some steaks after doing parks.
So we're going to end the video where we started. Before there was some lawnmower machinery happening. We'll show you the outside deck and grill. And I just love, you can request Canal View location. We're not too far from their only pools or complex. And then we're very close to a walkway to Saratoga Springs and the bridge that you walked over to West before we just walked this morning. Down here, the railings, the gas grill, the housekeeping getting here to come and clean up for us. And this is it. All 60 Treehouse Villas are the same. And they all are 3-bedroom, 2-bath. And again, they're available for Vacation Club, but also available for my travel agency. For about, it was $700, $1,100 a night. Very affordable for 3 bedrooms. I mean, this is the cost of most 2-bedroom units on campus at Walt Disney World. And they're very comfortable staying. Give me a call to book, 305-453-9208. Dave@davesdisney.com. You guys have a great day. Hey, how was that tour? Now that is the most affordable 3-bedroom that Disney sells on resort. Now, if you want to find a 3-bedroom off-site, there's very affordable houses or condos available. But to be on-site with a full Disney amenities, Vacation Club benefits, that is the best one out there. Again, apologize about the audio. We had a small hiccup there. As you heard, the audio was higher low times. The rest of the tours, the audio is perfect, so stay tuned for that. I do want to go back to some great questions in the chat. And first, acknowledge some people. And I forgot about to show off my other camera angle. Hey, this is my go-to chat camera angle. It's going to be a longer show today, so stick around, guys. I got trivia coming. I knew when I built this show it's going to be super long. I'm not restricted to an hour. I can do less or more. So today I've got Skip Shear waiting in the wings, my new travel agent partner, radio personality and Disney aficionado come on soon via Zoom. Going to go through these videos first. And you got Janice Spivak, as always. I know she's here. She's great. Trivia aficionado. John Dodig, my high school principal, is on every show. Greg Test on every show. Thank you. Rick Hagan. Hey, Rick. How's it going? My Ski Club friend. Dwayne, what's going on? Ed Hacker. Todd Johnson. What's up? Steve Paul. And Johnny Reinhardt just joining. Appreciate you guys being on. And I have different feeds going. I see the different people popping on. Appreciate everyone being on board. Okay, so let's talk questions. Sherry's Byers Langston was part of the prep show yesterday, and I want to go through a couple of her questions. Let's go to the DVC question first. And let me put this. Let me get this going. Nope, that didn't work. Sherry had a great question, and I'm going to make sure it's still in the chat. Stay tuned, guys. All right. Here we go. So does DVC offer any adults or other facilities? Also, are DVC packages separate from Disney Cruise Line? Great question, Sherry. I'm from Sherry's Byers Langston, my cousin, my friend Michael Byers, who owns Pirates Cove Water Sports here in the Keys. So does DVC offer any adults or other adults only? Oh, adults only. Well, yes and no. So Disney DVC properties cater to adults only because it's a kind of more mature product, but they also are very kid friendly. The Ailani Resort to me is kind of both. It's both an adult property and a kid's property. But no, there's not an adult only product. Now, through their RCI program, because if you are a member of Disney Vacation Club, the timeshare program, and purchase a 40 or 50 year membership, and have points, you can use that at RCI properties that could be exchanged at adults only properties. So the answer is kind of yes in a long-winded sense. They have a concierge collection of resorts they manage, and the RCI, which as you know is a monster worldwide timeshare program. The best use of your points is for Walt Disney World properties or their other properties they own worldwide. Not even the Disney hotels, the Vacation Club properties, because that's what they do. But excellent question. And Sherry also had another question I want to get into that has to do with where you live. And this is very important. As you're a fan of Disney, you want to get every discount you can. All right. Next question. Okay. We live in Memphis, but own a condo in Cape Coral. Are you eligible for Florida resident prices? Yes. You just have to prove it. So you bring your deed, whatever you got, utility bill, whatever you have to show. My friend Jason actually had a condo in Kissimmee, and him and his wife, the only thing he had to show, because he's part of a condo that they manage utilities, and he literally had to put his wife on the deed too to show it. But however you can to make sure everyone in your party gets the benefits, you have to be able to show that. So as long as you show proof of residency. And if you go to, by the way, great resource, go to Florida Resident Annual Park Passes, proof of residency requirements. Disney will have a whole list of items, Sherry, that you can do that. And that's important because if you're a vacation club, it doesn't matter. You get the same benefits of the pass holder. But there are Florida resident promotions for hotel rooms at Disney for booking at retail that are very important to get. So excellent questions. Appreciate you, Sherry. Awesome. All right. On to the next villa tour. So the next is the biggest 3-bedroom on campus. This is a 3-bedroom grand villa at Kidani Village Resort, Animal Kingdom Lodge, one of the best resorts in the world in my mind. And this holds 14 people with 4 bathrooms. Normally it's 3 bathrooms, 3 bedrooms, and 12 people. This one holds 14. Mac Daddy, 2 stories. Check it out now. Never shown anywhere before. Filmed by my man Skip Shear, waiting patiently in the wings to come on the show and comment about these properties. This to me is one of the best there is on Walt Disney World property. And Savannah View. Check out the animals in the distance. The big 5 animals of safari of Africa are there as you wake up in the morning or have coffee and tea. Check it out right now. Animal Kingdom Lodge, Kidani Village, 3-bedroom grand villa tour. Good afternoon from Walt Disney World. David Hartman, owner of Fantastic Endeavors Travel Agency. I'm here at Kidani Village, Animal Kingdom Lodge, Kidani Village, checking out a 3-bedroom grand villa. You want to stay tuned and check out this villa. It's absolutely beautiful. Unit 7804. Let's go. Now, what's unique about this villa is it holds, go ahead, it holds 14 people, normal's 12, and there's actually 4 bathrooms, not just the standard 3. So this is a place you want to stay in. Hey, check out those animals out there. This is Savannah View. We're on the 4th floor. There's a bunch of big animals. Looks like a bunch of wildebeest. Some type of major animals. We're here in the 2-story living room of the villa. You got a full dining room, full kitchen. And there's actually a common bathroom down below here. And first we'll check out the master bedroom. This is the master bedroom. What's nice about here is there's actually a TV in the bathroom. A lot of newer villas actually have TVs in the mirrors. Hello. And there are 3 bedrooms, and each bedroom has their own bathroom and their own view of the beautiful savannah here at Walt Disney World, Kidani Village. And next then we're going to head upstairs and show you the other 2 bedrooms. This is a 2-story grand villa. And as we do, our producer Skip will pan across the living room. We're going upstairs next. I love this part of the villa because it actually has a common area. You know, each grand villa at Walt Disney World has a kind of like a unique twist to it. Some have game rooms, some have movie rooms. This has a kind of just sitting area for like the kids' rooms. There are 2 bedrooms up here, both with bathrooms, both with 2 queen beds. So here's guest bedroom number 1. Go ahead and on in. And when the cameraman shows you straight out, you'll see that's actually the other side of Kidani. Those are some other grand suites on the other side. This whole complex is shaped like a big necklace. And Kidani means necklace in Swahili. So here's the bathroom and closet for this bedroom. And the last piece of the puzzle is the 3rd bedroom. So its own bathroom and kitchen. And similar setup to the other bedroom. But the decor, the refinements here are unbelievable. It's one of the best resorts in the world, if you ask me. It's not close to theme parks per se. You can't walk there, but people love coming here because it's such a deluxe accommodation. And they all have the amazing Savannah view. You can rent this on through points if you're a vacation club member. I've done accommodations like this. Not this one yet. And it is available for retail, which you can book through my travel agency. I am Disney certified. And you can reach me at 305-453-9208 or Dave at davesdisney.com. I'd love to help you guys experience this amazing 3-bedroom grand villa from Kidani Village, Animal Kingdom Lodge at Walt Disney World. Have a magical day.
Now, how impressive is that? I mean, that's to me one of my favorite accommodations on Walt Disney World campus. Not my favorite. My favorite is coming up. The next 2 are pretty hardcore also. And I give Disney credit because every one of these, I've been in, I don't know, 4 or 5 grand villas, 3 bedrooms, and they're all different theme, different decor, commensurate with that resort. You know, the one in Saratoga Springs is 2-story, too impressive, but it's commensurate with that resort theming. Animal Kingdom Lodge, I mean, come on. I mean, 2 stories, 14 people, you all get this amazing balcony, an amazing 2-story glass view of African animals. It's just, come on, is this real? When you see it, it's just amazing. And thank you, Disney Vacation Club, for having this program to reboot their sales, where we're allowed to just go and show up and do these tours, and they're very nice to me. They actually really encourage us, and really they actually live now friends and followers of the show from Vacation Club staff, thanks to this new program. It was harder before to get in and view these things. So anyways, new backdrop. This is Wilderness Lodge, now Boulder Ridge. When this opened, it was Wilderness Lodge Villas in 2000. And then in 2017, they opened up Copper Creek Cabin and Villas. It was also Wilderness Lodge. So they have 2 different timeshare properties, 2 condo associations, because it is a true condo association with ownership on the same property. And so they renamed this now Boulder Ridge. And the theming inside is amazing. My work office, my in-between work offices there. I did a show from there, the Christmas Fort Wilderness show. Mid-December was done from the Carolwood Pacific Room. All right, more questions coming in. Sherry, good timing, because I'm just gonna put it right over. I love when they come in on time. Look at this, bam. Sherry, you're on fire. Appreciate the questions. And I do want to acknowledge new people. So anytime we go to questions, we got to change the camera angle. That's a great question. That you guys absorb that real quick. All right. Hey, down to the chat. Sherry says, what is the minimum number of years required to buy into the timeshare ownership packages? Wow, she did her research. We're now getting way into the weeds, but that's fine. By the way, since I'm in my home studio, I don't have any end time of the show, but keep in mind, trivia questions coming up. Going to get through all 4 Villa tours and get Skip on. Skip's going to help me out with the trivia because he's a Disney aficionado. Great question, Sherry Bars Langston. You are awesome. And Sherry is a fan of the show. She is not a plant. She is just a straight fan of the show and appreciate the question. So yes, the minimum is this. It's a point minimum, not a year minimum. You're better off buying longer years and shorter years. The way it works, and even a vacation club salesperson won't tell you this, the way it works is the year of your membership is the lease from Walt Disney Company to Disney Vacation Club. So I just bought a Copper Creek Cabin and Villas in 2017. I have 50 years. That's now expiring. If you buy into Copper Creek now, you have 47 years because it's a 50-year lease between Walt Disney Company and Disney Vacation Club. Okay. The early properties, speaking of our history, by the way, I did fix that slide. Some things didn't work out. Let me get the slide back up. The early properties here, all the way from 1991 Old Key West, all the way down to 2004 Saratoga Springs, the expiration date was 2042. That just was the agreement Walt Disney Company, the parent company based in Burbank, California, had with the Vacation Club Resorts. Yes, they're the same umbrella, but they're subsidiaries, and this was the agreement. And then they figured out like, hey, what we're selling is losing value, we better change that. Then they started the trend in 2007, Animal Kingdom Lodge, here in the bottom left of this list, of 50-year memberships. And so you could buy direct from Disney, and there's also a whole resale market I'm not going to get into, but you can buy, Sherry, from Disney right now. Every property listed here, because people divorce, people die, people move on from the program, and Disney buys up those contracts. They have first right of refusal, it's called, and they resell them direct, usually at a pretty high price point, a lot cheaper than they first sold them. And so you could buy Old Key West, but that expires in 2042. Animal Kingdom Lodge, 2057. But if you buy Riviera, that's 2068. So that's a full 50-year membership. So if you're not going to live forever, keep in mind you can will these to loved ones. So keep that in mind too. Now, as far as what's the minimum number to get involved, and I'll reinterpret your question, Sherry. Excellent question, by the way. There is a point minimum. It used to be 25 points. I bought 135 my first year because at 135, if I bank and borrow a few different years in their strategy, I could get 3 years worth of points for one stay, which I use it every month, so it doesn't matter. It was 25, then it was 50, then it was 75. Now it's 125 points. And the going rate at some of these resorts is $200 a point. So do the math. So, so it's a, $12,000. So you're looking at $25,000 investment to get involved in Vacation Club. But if you buy the new resorts, it's a 50-year commitment. That's a family commitment because you can will to Vacation Club. So again, on the left-hand side until Animal Kingdom Lodge, it was the 2042. And then ever since then, it's been 50-year contracts. 50 years since when they were open. So just count back the years. So your best value may be Riviera to give you the longest value. But you always want to buy where you stay. So if you're interested in this program, talk to me first. I can coach you, but go through the Disney sales process. And yes, Sherry Byers Langton, you are on fire. Excellent question. So yes, the minimum is not the number of years. You actually want the most years you can get. I recommend buying the newest property, but you also want to buy somewhere you want to stay because you get 11 months priority in booking versus 7 months priority in booking. Because those vacation club properties, even in the retail market, aren't available until those windows are open. 11 months out, you cannot get an existing resort like Animal Kingdom Lodge. That 3-bedroom, you can't get till 7 months out. But me as an owner, if I own there, I could. I don't own there. Maybe I will someday. Who knows? I'm thinking about buying a 3rd contract. Who knows? So great question. I do want to get on to the next villa tour. So next up, they're getting better and better. And before that, I do want to give you one more picture to preview. I gotta use it. So this is, let me black myself out for a second. There we go. So this is Polynesian Village Bora Bora Bungalows. And here's me hard at work on my phone, working hard from my Bora Bora Bungalow, plunge pool, lounge chairs. Obviously the guy laughing in the background, this was a stage picture. But that view in the distance is Seven Seas Lagoon, and that big white thing on the lower right is Space Mountain. And if you look close, you can see the castle in the distance. This is a view over the water bungalows inspired by Walt's trip to the French Polynesia with the famous Bora Bora bungalows. And this thing is awesome. And here comes a quick tour right now of the Bora Bora bungalows. Another marquee property. These are 2-bedroom, but their price is a 3-bedroom because of the location and because they're exclusive and new and very limited. Only 26 of these Bora Bora bungalows. Actually, only 20. Only 20 of these. Let me get rid of that, get rid of that. And here's a tour right now, a very short tour of a Polynesian Bora Bora bungalow. Stay tuned. Be right back.
David Hartman, owner of Fantastic Endeavors Travel Agency, Dave's Disney. Quick video of a Polynesian bungalow. This is the guest bedroom. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom. Don't miss the trundle bed here. 3 in this bedroom. Here's the walk-in door. This is over the water viewing Magic Kingdom, part of Polynesian Village Resort. On the monorail. And this one's right next to the ferry boat, so you can just walk over and you're on the ferry. Master bedroom with his own little entrance to the front deck, which has an amazing view of Magic Kingdom and Seven Seas Lagoon. There's the master bath, beautiful. These were opened in 2015. I'm a member of this resort. I have not stayed in this one unit, but I have stayed at Polynesian. It's wonderful here. Main bath. Kind of split bath, which is gorgeous. We're gonna come on through here, guys. Pardon us. The full kitchen and living room. Hey! Is that Fowler or is that the other one? Here's the ferry boat coming in.
That one is either the General Joe Potter or the Admiral Joe Fowler. I think that
Fowler?
was General Joe.
Got ferry boats running right now. Wonderful guide here helping us. Has a nice plunge pool. In the distance is Magic Kingdom. And there's 20 bungalows here on property. If you're interested in one, give me a call because I sell these as part of my travel agency, Fantastic Endeavors. Check it out.
Again, we're just getting more and more and more impressive. So again, this history of Disney Vacation Club Resorts is also to showcase these unbelievable marquee properties. And I mean, come on. You're on Polynesian, the original 1971 Walt Disney World opened with Magic Kingdom, Polynesian Resort, and Contemporary Resort on the monorail. If you know anything about Walt Disney World, you must have heard of Polynesian. And Walt was so inspired by his trips there down in the 40s and 50s. And this was one of his key things, was to have a Polynesian style resort at Walt Disney World. And then in 2015, if you saw the listing again, Disney decided to build on, take out 3 of their buildings. They got 94% occupancy year-round, took 3 of their buildings out of commission to make them into studios. These old school concrete buildings from the 70s, they blew out walls and they made 360 studios. Then they built on to their peninsula. It was just a vacant area. 20 amazing over-the-water Bora Bora bungalows. That's what you just saw right then. I've not stayed in one yet. I've toured them numerous times. I just brought a friend of mine in there to see them, and that's where that tour came from. They're just amazing. I hear it a little loud because you're by this lagoon, you're by the ferry boat. Who cares? They got a plunge pool up front I showed you in the tour. Just absolutely amazing. But not my favorite property on Walt Disney World campus. It was my favorite, and I even booked one for a night once. I was going to stay in a studio for a couple nights and then just do a bungalow for one night, because my points for a year, my allotment of points for a year, can give me like one night in one of those bungalows. Give you an idea of the value that they grab up in the market. Next up, I do want to show you my favorite. In the meantime, as I'm doing this video, I'm going to set up Skip Shear to come on board and to talk about his view of Vacation Club as a now new Disney travel agent and as a Disney aficionado, and we'll get him in via Zoom. But next up is my favorite one, which is Copper Creek Cabins and Villas. The Cascade Cabins, the minute I saw them being built, I said I need to be a part of this property. Wilderness Lodge was always a big, it's a boat ride away from Magic Kingdom on Bay Lake, the original Bay Lake, which was there before Walt Disney World. Seven Seas Lagoon wasn't. They dredged that, they made that a whole cloth. Bay Lake they dredged and made deeper, but that was there. Walt saw that from a plane in 1963 and said that there's that's Discovery Island, it was called back then, and that's Tom Sawyer Island. I want to put my theme park there. And they built this beautiful lodge in 1994, add the villas in 2000. They decided to add another villa property. They closed half the resort, blew out and made all sorts of 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom studios. The full kitchens are the key. Again, studios with kitchenettes, 1 bedroom's a full kitchen, 2-bedroom full kitchen, 3-bedroom grand villas. Their grand villa is like 1,600 square feet. And then the key Mac Daddies you're going to see right now. I do a tour of this in Skip's favorite, Geyser Point Grill, and we'll talk about that when Skip comes on. And it is awesome. These are the nicest things I've stayed in anywhere in Florida, and maybe anywhere in the world in some respects. I mean, I've had some chalets in African Safari, topic of a different show, but these are crazy. So this 2-bedroom, not 3-bedroom, but 2-bedroom grand villa, but the price like a 3-bedroom because they're exclusive. Only 26 Cascade Cabins on Wilderness Lodge property on Bay Lake, a boat right away from Magic Kingdom. And this was a tour I just did this summer during the reopening of theme parks. And to me, this is my favorite of the properties on their campus, and also is one of the favorite places I've stayed anywhere in the world. Check it out right now, a 2-bedroom, 2-bath Cascade Cabin, part of Copper Creek Cabins and Villas at Wilderness Lodge, Walt Disney World, a boat ride away on Bay Lake from Magic Kingdom.
Hello, hello. Good afternoon from Walt Disney World. David Hartman, owner of Fantastic Endeavors Travel Agency and Dave's Disney. Please like this and share this video. I'm live right now from Wilderness Lodge. This is Copper Creek Villas and Cascade Cabins. And we're going to turn you around real quick and not waste time and show you a beautiful tour of a Cascade Cabin. Pardon me. There we go, it's better. Here at Walt Disney World for the long weekend. This is a catch-up visit from a canceled June visit when I had a conference up here. Decided to catch up on the parks because you only see 1 park per day. And then all of a sudden I got a note saying, hey, come tour our beautiful top-notch properties at Walt Disney World. Mac Daddy Suites, 3-bedroom villas, 2-bedroom villas, and these beautiful standalone cabins. Already did 2 live feeds today. Check those back on my feed. David W. Hartman here. Also like my Dave's Disney page. Tommy Monroe. Hey buddy, Tom Monroe. Thanks for joining. This is cabin number 8013, right on Bay Lake. Going to do a continuous feed. Stay with me for a little while here. Going to do the cabin tour, walk out, and go to Geyser Point Grill. One of my favorite new places in town, right on the water at Bay Lake, for a drink, maybe something to snack on. This is my probably favorite property to stay in. It is gorgeous. 2-bedroom. You're paying more for location and independence as far as the quietness when you're here. But even the smell alone, welcome to Smell-O-Vision. But please like this and share it. Send me a comment. Have you stayed on Wilderness Lodge? Copper Creek Villas is the fancy name for the Vacation Club piece. So don't miss the trundle bed. Only 2 bedrooms, whole day people. But what you're paying for is the amenities. So check out the trundle bed. I have stayed in one of these with my boys from Connecticut, went to high school with. Pat Coyle, Tony Baxter, Rich Schroeder, reach out to you. Woo-hoo. Here's the master bedroom. Brand new, opened in 2017. And obviously looks and smells new. Look at that headboard. Gorgeous master bath. And it just took a lot of my DVC points, Vacation Club member points. Stayed here for a night. And just a couple of years ago, it was awesome. Master bedroom at a Cascade Cabin at Walt Disney World property. Gonna head out actually the main kitchen, that door's locked. Great deck, pure screened in. Show you the guest bath real quick. Then stay tuned, I'm gonna exit, and right next door is Geyser Point Grill. Split bath. All the new properties have split baths. Hello. Greetings. David Hartman here. Please like this video and share it. I'll show you the beautiful vaulted ceiling of the living room, dining room, and kitchen. In the distance, a view of Bay Lake. See the ferry boats. You can watch fireworks from here. Check out that lamp. That's so cool. Almost done. Guests are coming, so I gotta go, but this has a full jacuzzi. Well, the bungalows, check out a post to do later tonight. I had to do a video because we had a short amount of time. But the bungalows at Polynesian only have a plunge pool. This is a full jacuzzi. Check that out. Mac Daddy, who loves that? Come on, give me a like and a share. Please like my Dave's Disney page too. I do constant Disney content there all week long. When I'm not in the parks. When I'm here, I also treat my personal feed too. And fireplace, enclosed fireplace, but it looks nice. So we're gonna keep you going and get out of here because people are waiting to get in. I'm gonna show you the kitchen on the way out. This is a Cascade Cabin, 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom. Absolutely gorgeous. One of my favorite properties to stay on campus, and I have stayed in one of these. I do sell them as part of my travel agency, and I highly recommend them. It's got a high price point. And there's our guide, Jordan. Thank you, sir. We're going to walk right out. Stay with us, guys. The tour is going to continue.
Y'all have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Jordan. That was our guide. He's awesome. Thank you, guys.
Welcome home.
Thank you. Stay tuned. Cascade Cabin, part of Copper Creek Villas, which is the Vacation Club portion of Wilderness Lodge, which includes half the resort building now. On Bay Lake in Walt Disney World, with a boat to Magic Kingdom. They have their own pool over here. I'll show you in a second. And we're now walking out to Geyser Point. So stay tuned. And this is part of my program this week, is touring all these Mac Daddy properties. I mean, the best Disney has to offer. So Boulder Ridge Cove is the pool over there. Thank you, sir. Hey, saved me the time of my magic band. That was very nice of him. So we're going to do a quick tour of the pool. So this is the secondary pool for the villa properties. Now the building behind there is also another villa property. I'll talk about in a second. It's a bit confusing how they did things here. This was East Pool, now it's Boulder Ridge Cove Pool. Great little workout center and lounge area in that building. I work there a lot when I'm in between working here and going home and have nowhere else to go. I call it my mobile office. Have you guys watched that as I turn around? Stay tuned. You want to see Geyser Point Grill. It's one of my faves on campus as far as a quick bite. It's quick service only. Oh, Geyser's going off. Detour. This is Boulder Ridge. That was that building I just showed you past the pool. That was the original Vacation Club property timeshare program here. It was called Wilderness Lodge Villas. That's that kind of red building here on this map. And then Bill Copper Creek, they renamed it. But now there's 2 villa properties here. They are separate condominium units. That's Old Faithful's going off. Woohoo! The lodge here, Wilderness Lodge, is themed after Yellowstone. So obviously Old Faithful has to be here.
Sounds like we're in Yellowstone, but we're at Walt Disney World. Yay! So give me a shout out. This is your first time the guys are going off for you. I thought it wasn't running. There it is. Woo! How about that for live footage, folks? Come on, you gotta love that. That is so cool. That is the geyser here at Wilderness Lodge, here in Yellowstone National Park. Just kidding. Alan Miller, yes. We all miss it. Michelle, thanks for being here. Appreciate you guys being on. I know it's a Friday afternoon. Everyone's busy, working hard from home. As the geyser winds down there, get a little more footage. Hey, I'm going to show you a Wilderness Lodge. So this is the main hotel, built in 1994. Deluxe property, $350, $500 a night for a room. It was that way for years. In 2000, they built that Boulder Ridge building I just showed you. Go back in the feed if you don't know what I'm talking about. If you just joined. That was the original DVC timeshare, because they're always linked to deluxe properties. And then they built Copper Creek in 2017, which they took this half over here and turned this into studios and multi-bedroom units. I've stayed in a 2-bedroom over here. It was wonderful. They got some 3-bedrooms I definitely want to get. Here's the main pool, the crazy pool. And everyone coming down here is coming off the boat to Magic Kingdom. So the beauty thing at Wilderness Lodge is the boat to Magic Kingdom. And over to my right was a snack stand. Now it's a hair salon. Very cool. Standing in the heat, and I have time to get in the shade at Geyser Point. We're gonna take a break and get something to eat. And obviously a beer. So Wilderness Lodge is modeled, as you saw the picture there. Looks like after the Old Faithful Inn in Yellowstone. And from the distance on a boat, it looks like a bear staring at you. That's a symbol of national parks. So national parks is the inspiration here. Yellowstone's the theme of the whole place. When Copper Creek was built, they built this beautiful new bar and restaurant, bar and grill. My favorite, because look at the view. You can see fireworks in Magic Kingdom. You can kind of see Space Mountain in the distance. But you're right on Bay Lake, right on Walt Disney World Original. This lake was here before Walt Disney World. They built Seven Seas Lagoon for Magic Kingdom and the resorts and the monorail, and they dredged this place to make it deeper. But looking at any map in the 60s and 50s, this was here. Little known Disney fact of trivia. By the way, I'd like to do trivia on these feeds. These are short feeds, but tomorrow in the theme parks and tonight at Epcot, I'll probably do some trivia for points and gift cards. So there is Bay Lake Tower. Just over those woods there, you'll see the fireworks. So you can sit here at night and watch the fireworks. But this is Geyser Point.
Hey, now, how was that tour? That is my favorite place to stay on Walt Disney World property. The Cascade Cabins, I mean, just the smell alone gets you, but there's huge vaulted ceilings. Yes, only 2-bedroom, 2-bath, hold 8 people. Full jacuzzi, a jacuzzi that's self-cleaning. They have these cleaning tanks between 2 units that the guy said, hey, we're coming to clean your jacuzzi. You all set? Said, yeah, you have to come in. He goes, no. He just presses the button, water goes out, cleans it, water goes back in. Just amazing. They got a self-contained fireplace. I mean, and then Geyser Point Grill, hidden gem Walt Disney World campus, opened in February of 2017, really in lieu of Copper Creek Cabins and Villas opening, the second of 2 timeshare properties. And I mentioned in this feed, which was recorded this summer, trivia. So guess what, my diehards out there, it's time for trivia for a $25 gift card. Woo-hoo, woo-hoo, woo-hoo. But give me your comments in the chat what you thought of Copper Creek Cabin Villas, the Cascade Cabin. Gave you 4 tours today. We're doing an extra long show.
that's okay because I can do that. Now I'm in my home studio. And by the way, I'm back at Old Key West Resort where it all started, where it all began. While I'm doing trivia and asking the question, I am going to go back to the history slide to give you guys some homework to think about and get on my Zoom. And ideally this time it'll work fine as we've been testing, and get my buddy Skip on, because that's his new favorite hangout is Goisy Point Bar and Grill. He's waiting patiently in the waiting room. So let me get this back on. And let me say the question first. So all you diehards out there, Janice, Sherry, Jan, Kurt, been waiting for a $25 gift card. Which DVC resort used to be the home of the Disney Institute? Which DVC resort, Disney Vacation Club, DVC for short, which Disney Vacation Club resort used to be the home of the Disney Institute? Disney Institute was their kind of corporate training program, because they're such known for customer service. They have a book called Be Our Guest, and they used to bring corporations and people on campus to stay and do their corporate training programs. They still do that nowadays in a different location. They also will come to your office and do it for a high fee. And it's a phenomenal training program. I have a client, a corporate client, that goes every year to their CXS, their customer service training, and she just loves it. It's just amazing. That is the question. First one in the chat. I'm watching on numerous locations. So for a $25 Disney gift card, I'll email to your inbox. And by the way, Sherry had a great comment. I got to show. And in the meantime, I got to show a comment. I think that's still there. Hold on. Oh, first off, Sherry's comment, well, vacation when she heard about how much it costs, ouch. But when she actually saw the villas, wow. Yeah, these are wow themed villas for a purpose. I mean, they're going to charge you top dollar. These are the best amenities, long-term stays, full kitchens, and these are their top properties. Today we're showcasing Vacation Club because of the history, 30 years anniversary, 50 years Walt Disney World upcoming, but also because these are the top properties I sell. And I've sold a lot more of them since I started staying in them. I bought a Vacation Club, honestly, to stay in these properties for points and not paying $300-400 a night for a studio or $1,000 a night for a one bedroom. And man, I've stayed in some pretty nice places over the years, including a night with my friends from high school, Tony Baxter, Rich Schroeder, Pat Coyle. In 2017, the year it opened, October 17, I stayed in a Cascade cabin, and hanging out the hot tub at night, drinking beer and waving to the boat launch to Magic Kingdom was pretty phenomenal. So. And also Sherry says, I need that in my house. we all do, Sherry, probably referring to that fireplace. All right, so waiting for the answer to the trivia question. While I'm doing that, I'm going to put the slide up and get Skip on board. So you guys look at the listing here. In the history, one of the resorts listed here was the Disney Institute. Sherry's Bars Langston Lake Buena Vista. That is not correct. Very good answer, though. Very good answer. Skip, can you hear me? Let's see if we got Skip on. Think he can hear me? You can't hear him. Hold on, Skip. I won't be able to hear you until you're actually live. We'll bring you on now. Uh-oh, I think we have a winner, Skip. We have a winner. It's the Trivia Maven. The Trivia Maven. Skip, you there?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
There you are. Yeah, the streaming software, I can't hear it to you too. You are live, back on the show. Welcome back.
I'll tell you, what a great show you've had today. I mean,
come on.
I enjoy these tours.
Come on. A lot of work went into this show. So
I'll tell me about it. Those tours were fantastic. I mean, I'm ready to pack my bags and camp out in one of those. Just any second now. They're fantastic. Especially, I like the bungalows there at the Polynesian. What'd you call them? The Bora Bora or
Yeah, those are the Polynesian villas and bungalows, the Bora Bora bungalows.
Fantastic. I mean, I can just imagine kicking back and having a Corona with a lime, maybe a pina colada sitting right there. Oh, wouldn't that be nice?
So Skip, you joined at a proper time. We had a trivia question, and we already have a winner. I said in Facebook or Instagram yesterday that, you know what, you have to be on the live feed to win because everyone always wins. And we already have a winner. She's won so many prizes on my show. She's been quiet all day, but she chimes in at the right time. Sherry's Bar has been on fire with questions, and she had a good answer of Lake Buena Vista. So the question was, to review, very good question, very well researched. Which Disney Vacation Club resort used to be the home of the Disney Institute? Do you know the answer, since someone already gave it, and I have the winner already?
I think I know part of it. I know the cabins that are right there at that we stayed in. I believe those were part of the Disney Institute, if I'm not mistaken.
No, they were not.
Oh.
No. Actually, so what happened was the answer, and Janice Spivak is the winner. Janice going to email you a $25 Disney gift card, good for anything Disney, including retail or Disney Plus or what have you. And again, Janice is the trivia maven when it comes to my show. Sherry's Bars Langston, great for the questions today. She answered Lake Buena Vista, which was the name of the town, but that's not the name of the resort. So Saratoga Springs is the name of the resort now. That was Disney Institute. So it was actually Michael Eisner who came up with the idea. And his wife had the idea of, hey, you know, we have this great corporate training. Why not have an institute, a college on our own Disney World campus? They had 27,000 acres to play with in the 80s. And as they built downtown Disney, Lake Buena Vista District, so Disney, Sherry, you were a little close there, you were adjacent, they came up with an area modeled after Chincoteague, New York. And the original Saratoga Springs was modeled after Chincoteague. And it did pretty well, but it wasn't overwhelming. And then as Vacation Club grew, that got redone and built out to this monstrous 1,000-unit complex that is now Saratoga Springs Resorts. And then I think what you were referring to, Skip, and maybe you were right, those treehouse villas, not the cabins, the treehouse villas is what maybe what you're referring to. That is part of that resort.
Yes, that's what I was referring to. Do I get a partial gift card?
Well, see, now you're part of the agency, so now you're not eligible.
So, oh my gosh. Well, I'll tell you, these DVC ownerships are just amazing. I know you've had some great success with it, and also so many people have just talked about how much they really love that. Plus the discounts you get great discounts, and premium locations. The Bay Lake Tower, to me, is just amazing.
Absolutely. Well, that's the key. Is Disney got smart. You know, when they first opened, as my first warm-up trivia question, which Sherry did get right, which is a Disney Vacation Club, and now Old Key West, 1991. It was a great idea, but I think people got like, hey, I'm not close to the theme parks.
Right.
So, and Old Key West is behind me here in my awesome backdrop. So they got smart and said, they built some away from Disney to give them some old place to go. I've been to now Vero Beach Resort, and it's just, you walk in, you want to come back. And then they got smart and started to build them adjacent to the theme parks, are part of deluxe properties. So that is it. But that was our trivia question. Janice, you are amazing. You've been sticking with us. What is the DVC resort used to be the home of Disney Institute, Saratoga Springs Resort? Skip and I have stayed at Saratoga Springs together in Treehouse Villas, which wasn't originally part of Vacation Club. It was actually for cast members, these great big, 2-bedroom forts with a treehouse with a bedroom downstairs, believe it or not. My uncle stayed there, as I mentioned early in the show, in 1992 for his 30th anniversary with the family, and they loved it. Then they got damaged during Hurricane Charlie, I believe, the hurricane years that crossed over Disney. They redid them and made them part of the program. But so Skip, you have stayed where Disney Institute used to be.
Oh, that's great. My favorite thing, Dave, and I think you and I were talking about this, about the DVC, is they have kitchens, and you can have a full meal. Just imagine the savings that you can have for, a week-long vacation to be able to make breakfast for everyone, or grill some steaks on the grill outside.
Exactly. I mean, I think you mentioned that before, and I mentioned that today. Like, and when I went through all the history of the resorts, I mentioned, like, keep in mind that there's nothing else like this on Walt Disney World property. I've been in the 2-bedroom suites of, Polynesian has a suite building, but those don't have kitchens. They're just 2-bedroom suites. The key of the Vacation Club program was ownership and amenities, as far as even you have a kitchenette. Hotel room, you got like maybe your bathroom sink and a fridge and a microwave. I get a little bar sink, full refrigerator, little microwave, and then all the utensils. Then the key is getting up to the 1-bedroom level, paying the extra, and that's where you get the kitchens, and then from there. And so, Skip, with me, you've toured some of the bigger properties of late. So what were your thoughts?
Well, I like Bay Lake Tower. The location is unbelievable. You're right there next to the and adjacent to the Contemporary Resort. The what I did also like about it is, obviously you can walk very closely to Magic Kingdom. You're only a few steps away, and so it's very easy to walk over to the Magic Kingdom. You don't have to wait for a monorail. You don't have to wait for a bus. What's nice about staying on property is, especially if you're thinking about July or August vacationing, and you know how hot it gets there in Central Florida, being able to leave the park and just go dip into your special pool right there at the resort, only steps away, and how refreshing that is.
I totally agree. I mean, the key is Disney got smart. They used their property to their advantage. For the first one, Old Key West, Animal Kingdom Lodge is a whole nother breed, because that was a hotel upon itself, a property upon itself. And now they made it like, give the people the amenities, give them everything they need, and then also, hey, theme parks, a walk away, a boat away, a short bus ride away, and that's the key. And then they also got smart with the off properties. I mean, from what I've seen from firsthand experience or other people I follow, bloggers' experience, the off properties are impressive. I mean, Alani supposedly is their best property of all of them. I haven't been to it yet. My points are good there, by the way. So Sherry, membership has its benefits. And by the way, Skip, speaking of this Bay Lake Tower, one of the best benefits I enjoy is the Top of the World Lounge at Bay Lake Tower, which from 6 to midnight is open. You pay when you get there, but the view overlooking Magic Kingdom is amazing, especially for fireworks.
Yeah, that's a great benefit. Having all those amenities, and also even what you were telling me, I believe, even when you're not actually staying there at the property, you're allowed to go up to that bar. Is that right?
Yes, as long as you have a Disney charging account, as long as you're staying on property at any Disney hotel, and you have that Disney account where you can charge to your Magic Band or charge to your account.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's a great advantage.
Yeah. Excellent. Well, we're past 6:30 here on the East Coast, so we're going to wind down the show. Skip, thank you for having me on again. You are a true Disney fan, aficionado, and I tell you, it's always great to have you on, and appreciate your insights on Walt Disney World Resorts. And yes, you were close in the trivia question, but better luck next time.
Well, it was a technicality why I didn't win, but that's all right. I'm not disgruntled or anything.
We'll let you go, but great to have you on, Skip, as always, and we'll catch you. Stay tuned next week. I'll be at Old Key West Resort.
Sounds great.
Excellent. Have a good night. All right, good to have Skip on. I love Skip's view. I mean, we both have a passion for Disney, and he just understands the resorts, and he is now selling Disney. Just finished his training as an agent for my business. Before I close out the show, I want to give a few shout outs. Again, Janice Spivak, the big winner. Saratoga Springs Resort, the answer. What resort was the Disney Institute before it was converted? And she absolutely just nailed that. Go back to the chat real quick. Tad Roberts just jumping on. An hour and a half show today. Thank you for sticking on. There was so much content I couldn't help but include it all in one show. Oh God, wow, I got a bunch of people hopping on late. When you stay on long enough, people hop on. Let me go back to the beginning. So Johnny Reinhardt's last shout out. Susan Lopez, Laney's friend. Hey, Susan, how's it going? Barbara Allen, good to have you on. Christopher Conn, good to see you. Bonnie Barnes, our producers. Janice, of course, one. Kim T, what's happening? Dennis Todd, how you been? old cruise planner's friend. And then there's the big answer, Saratoga Springs Resort. Jason Bram, old high school friend. James Jeske, what's going on? Wave to you guys. Benny Rodriguez, good to see you. And a big thank you from Janice, and Tad Roberts just joined on board. Thank you guys for sticking around today. I do want to warm up to next week's show. I'll be here at Old Key West Resort for real. No more green screen behind me. I'll be at the resort doing all sorts of villa tours and some video footage for you guys. We'll talk about the original property, the original 1991 30th anniversary. Starts right here. It was called Disney Vacation Club Resort when it first launched. That's where we'll be. Let me get back to the main camera. Not that one. There we go. All right, works better than remote. There we go. This is where we're going to be next week. So February 7th, Super Bowl Sunday, 5 o'clock show. Will not be more than 45-minute show this time. Keep it short because I want to get to go watch the game. Probably watch some from my villa. Then I got reservations at CityWorks. Highly recommend CityWorks Brew House in Disney Springs. Taking the boat from this boat launch right here in Conch Flats in Old Key West, right to Disney Springs. Get right off, go right to CityWorks. And I have a reservation after halftime. I got on short notice. We'll watch the rest of the game. Go Tom Brady and the Bucks. Still a Brady fan, and that's awesome. The Bucs Super Bowl and Tom Brady in his 10th Super Bowl. Come on, that's as crazy as the resorts we viewed today. Appreciate you guys being on. So be on next week. Any questions at all, please put it in the chat. I do want to show off the shows I've done before that you can check out right here. Here's the shows. A great review of Riviera Resort. That was a comprehensive review. Vero Beach Resort back in mid-November. Check these out on my YouTube channel, Fantastic Endeavors. And that's go to the Enjoy the Journey playlist and see all my shows via video on YouTube all the way back to March when I started the show, going on a year, folks. And thanks for being with me along the way. I also did on location from Kidani Village, Animal Kingdom Lodge, and Boardwalk Villas back in June. That was my resort's reopening. We thank you for following our social media. It's very important. As always, like and share this and leave a question when you ever hear this because it really does help me out. I do check back, rewatch all the shows, and do listen to questions. And I do appreciate you guys being on today. So we are going to see you next week. Next week from Old Key West Resort, which is right behind me here. Conch Flats, as it's called. Be eating at Olivia's Restaurant, which is right back in that building, hanging out at the pool. And doing all the things you do at a vacation club resort. And we're going to see and tour the original Monster Resort. It's over over 150 acres. Golf course that runs through it. May go golfing too, who knows? And you're going to be hanging out and enjoying Super Bowl. So join Super Bowl Sunday, February 7th at 5 o'clock East Coast time here on Facebook Live and my YouTube channel, Fantastic Endeavors. We'll love to have you guys on and join us for that. Congratulations again to Sherry's Barnes Langston for all the great questions today. Appreciate everyone that came on. I just gave a quick shout outs. And Janice Spivak, again, you are the trivia maven, great research. The question was, what resort was visiting the Disney Institute? It was Saratoga Springs Resort. They closed the Institute there and opened it up behind Magic Kingdom. And now it's Saratoga Springs since 2004. Hope you enjoyed our history of Disney Vacation Club resorts. And it all just is a lead-in to a year-long celebration of the 50th anniversary of Walt Disney World and the 30th anniversary of the best property to stay on campus. You saw it today, 4 different videos. If you hopped on recently, wait till this ends and go back and rewatch it. I mean, this was a phenomenal show today. Thank you guys for being here. We'll see you next week at Old Key West Resort on Super Bowl Sunday, February 7th at 5 o'clock. We will see you then.